Hello Flosstube, this is Rachel. I go by Rachel Ray on the internet, and this is the video each week where I talk about cross-stitching and knitting, and that's my dog Luna, who just came in to say hi. Hello. Hi. Welcome back if you're returning, or welcome if this is your first time here on my channel. I mostly do a lot of diamond painting videos, but this is a channel about crafting, so as I've been foraying and stepping into cross-stitch more and more, I feature it more and more on my channel, so you might find something here that you like. I certainly hope that you do. Thank you very much for spending some time with me today. If you'd like to, just grab a cup of whatever it is that you like to drink and join me. Today it's cold coffee because that's the kind of day it is. I have a really fun announcement just to say at the very beginning, and I just realized that I didn't pick my giveaway winners from last week. Whoops, we'll just do that here. Hi baby, you want to lay down and chill out? You all might know my friend Michelle at Creative Mayhem. She has a channel here on YouTube. She's been a good friend of mine for several years in the diamond painting world, and she just started cross-stitching. Well, last week I was watching Pam and Steph's video, their newest Flosstube episode, and Pam was talking about that she, this Saturday, had to go to a kind of a pop-up garage sale needlework extravaganza. And when I heard the name of the town, I was like, that sounds awfully like something I've heard before. And let me just contact my friend, Michelle, who lives in Ohio. And I was like, I was listening to Pam's stuff, and I had to stop the video and message you and tell you that Pam is going to be here at this time, Saturday, which is today. And just in case you're interested in going, it would probably be really fun to meet her and to look through the stash and see if there's anything that you want. Well, I just got off the phone with Pam from Pam and Steph, and I feel like an absolute teenager right now. I am just like full of life and giddy, and I'm so glad that I got to meet her. I know that it's not, in person, but it sure did feel awfully good, and she seems to be genuinely nice and amazing, and I'm sure that you all really know, you probably know her as this cross-stitching idol by now, and that's kind of how I feel, so that was wonderful. It really picked up my day, and it was really nice to meet you, Pam, sorry. It was nice to meet you, Pam. Hopefully I'll meet your daughter, Steph, in the future, and you're more than welcome to come to Ireland at any time. I live in the southwest corner of Kerry, and it's close to Cork and equal distance from Cork and Limerick. So yes, please come over and bring your family and have a great holiday, and I'd love to meet you and treat you to a cup of coffee. So that's my exciting news for today. Woo! I can't stop smiling. I feel like, I'm just like, wee! So, let's do this kind of quickly today because I do have plans to go out to dinner with my friend tonight, and we've booked a table for two at my brother-in-law's restaurant, so I'm very excited for that. Let's do the giveaway first. So, I promise I have everything. I have everything here. It's just slightly out of reach. Okie dokie. So the first thing that I had up for grabs this week is this cute little chart from Furry Tales from that World of Cross Stitching magazine. This is the kit that came inside the magazine. Comes with the card, the card, the Ada, threads, and the envelope. Hello. It is a cute little hippie. So I asked everyone to please use the word mouse in their comment, and that I would draw the winner. So I'm just going to bring it up on my phone real quick. Flosstube number 35 already. Almost a year. Well, not quite a year. Okay, so I'm putting in the URL of the video and writing the word mouse, M-O-U-S-E. Get comments. 43 comments And the winner, and I'm going to have to verify this, so let me just bring up my Happy Mail form. So if you haven't filled in the Happy Mail form before, please go to the Happy Mail form link that's in the description box of this video so that you are entered for the giveaways when I do have them. Let's just see if I can get this name up on the screen. Make sure she's filled in the form. Yes, she has. So this is the winner. Let me see if I can give it to you here. Kelly B. I'm sorry, I don't want to pronounce your name and then say it wrong. So Kelly B says, your yarn dyeing is amazing. Thank you. I've never tried yarn dyeing. Oh my gosh, 74 degrees. It doesn't even get down to that low at night where I live. Our high today is 102, low of 85. I would need a little jacket if it was 74. I love the little mouse. She's adorable. Well, Kelly, congratulations, because she is now yours. Thank you so much for watching and for all of your compliments. I really appreciate them. I really, really do. Thank you for watching and the kind comments. Okay, I'm also going to draw for the winner of this diamond painting sticker kit. So this is a little diamond in rainbow colors with crystal rhinestones. And I ask that if you're a new diamond painter or if you want to try diamond painting for the first time, I would love to send you this because then you can try it. I'm going to send you this, and I'll send you the tools that you'll need to complete it, obviously, because otherwise that'd be kind of silly. So you'll be winning this with the toolkit as well included, and let's draw for that. You ready? There were 9 comments, so not as many. That's fine. Let me start to pick a winner, and then I will check it to make sure. And yes, this is how I pick all the winners. Perfect. Yes, I have you here. Unfortunately, this person is in Australia, so they may have to wait. The winner is Jamie Menzies. That mouse is so cute. I have started stitching again. I last did stitching when I was a young teenager and enjoy it, although it's hard to get nice Aida or linen at the moment. I love your channel and listen to you whilst either stitching or diamond painting. Oh, Jamie, thank you so much. I hope that you continue to enjoy the content on the channel, and I will get that out to you as soon as I can ship to Australia again. Unfortunately, all mail is suspended from Australia, so I currently can't send anything, not even a letter, like Julie. Julie knows. So thank you. Thanks to both of you for entering in to win, and good luck to everyone in the future. Don't forget to fill in that Happy Mail form if you haven't already. Very good. So what is next? Okay, let's just move on to whips. So I worked mostly on one project this week, but I'll get to that at the end because I'm really excited to share it with you. But this week is kind of a bit up and down. I did a lot of yarn dyeing and I did some stitching, but not as much as I kind of wanted to. So first up, I'm going to show you what I've done in this Bags Plus bag. Isn't this the most beautiful bag ever? This is a trifold. I should have kept it. I should have kept the bow in it. But this is a trifold from Bags Plus on Etsy. I have her linked in my link haven, which is a Google document that has all the links. So look for Bags Plus. Inside you can see I've got bobbins and I've got skeins, like so. And I know the lighting is going to be kind of crazy today. Thanks, Irish weather. I'm going to get this like so. Now, funny story. I like to stitch in a Q-snap. And when you stitch in a Q-snap, sometimes with I can talk. Sometimes with linen, it kind of pulls the weave a little bit weird. So I was stitching the bear inside of this Christmas ornament for the Woodland Creatures Mystery Stitch Along that released 2 weeks ago. I'm a little behind. And what's new? So I saw that he was kind of leaning like this. And I thought, oh, it must be the weave. Like, it must be the way that it's sitting in the Q-snap. It wasn't. I had Frog. Frog came to my house. But this, because he was leaning to this side, I decided to call him Mr. Chunk. So this is Mr. Chunk. Okay, so this is Mr. Chunk. Mr. Chunk is so cute. I called him that because he looked a little bit fat. And I think you can see where I ripped out the threads on that side. I think I just need to end up by his ear on the left. I think I need to massage the threads or something to make those holes disappear. But isn't he just the most adorable? I clearly miscounted for my lettering. Oops. But that is him. This is the, so like I said, just let it come back to normal. Sorry about the crazy lighting sometimes. Let me just change it while I'm chit-chatting. So the stitch along that I'm doing, it's 4 boys and an NL girl. And down, there we go. That's a little bit better. 4 boys and an NL girl on Etsy, and ooh, I look very dark now. And this is called the Mystery Woodland Creature Mystery Stitch Along 2020. And it's just cute little ornaments. I'm stitching this on, and ooh, you can really see it there. This is called Helix from Picture This Plus in the crystal or opalescent. I'm pretty sure this is a 32 count linen. Yeah, because the stitches are, well, it's hard to tell. I don't remember. Sorry. It's a linen. It's pretty. And it's small enough that I can just fit it right into the trifold. And away it goes. So that's something that I worked on just to kind of catch up with all of the other stuff that's been going on at the moment. Oh my goodness, it's very dark. I don't know if I like that. Oh well, we'll have to go for the dark look. Sorry. Something I picked up this morning is my Peppermint Purple Year of Blackwork Sal stitch along, which is free. The Woodland Creatures is not free. You do have to purchase it online. I got it for a discount at the beginning when it was announced, but I think it's only like $5 or something, and it's super cute. And the next creature just came out this morning, and it's adorable as well, but I think I might change the colors on it. So the Year of Blackwork Sal is a free stitch along by Peppermint Purple. You do have to join the Facebook group to download the PDFs. So just a word of warning. And every time I hold this up, it messes with my camera. So we're going to try. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Might not see very well, but so I filled in those last 3 boxes today, this morning, while drinking my coffee. That one only took like 10 minutes. That one was very simple as well. This one took a little bit longer. I really, really like it. And I was looking at, sorry, I was looking at the, I have this and now another banner to go. So I'm 6 weeks behind. But I'm looking at the words here where it says pause, and I'm trying to think of what I'm going to put in the next box. So I know that it sounds really cheesy, but I do want it to kind of be a memory piece for COVID, you know, and what we're going through right now. And so I'm trying to think. I guess I'll think more about it when I get to that week, but since it is that week now, I would like to use a word that describes what's going on now without it being too negative. I chose pause because at the time, that would have been when we were told to stay at home. And we were all at home and our life was on pause. We had been in the lockdown for a few weeks already, and we were all pausing. And now, yeah, I'm not sure. So if you have any suggestions for a word that you think would work really well on my Year of Blackwork Sal, I would love to hear it. And maybe your idea will make it into the final piece as well. But I highly recommend it. Definitely do this on a white Aida. Don't bother doing it on linen. And do it on white because otherwise the colors won't show if you're doing the original charting, which this is all we have left, folks. That's it. It's not very much. So I'd like to catch up on that as soon as possible because I have been spending a lot of time on other stuff and I've been neglecting it and I really enjoy it. It's a good morning stitch. And that's my paw print. Why can I never remember? Patchwork paw print. I remember the paw part. Isn't it a beautiful bag? Just stunning. And so soft. I feel so fancy when I use it. So, special bag for a special project, right? They're all special. Okay. And the last whip that I have, I actually need to get a book or something so that I can put behind it. Actually, I'll use the bag. I was going to be prepared today and I was going to go to the store and get like those foam boards, you know, and the clips, because I kind of miss it. It makes me feel like I could be a teacher again. Thanks, COVID. But anyway, I started my Midnight Way Stitch Along by Peppermint, not Peppermint Purple, sorry, they're on the brain, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Yeah. That's a really small start, but it feels like a lot. So it's coming up a little bit lighter than it is, but hopefully you can see, and that is the most adorable. One of her eyes is a little wonky, but I plan to fix that. Oh, that's perfect. This is the color. This is Whimsy on Picture This Plus, 28 count linen, and it is just so pretty. Beautiful purple color, almost like I don't want to say lavender, it's more of a wisteria or a plum. Very pretty. So the hat and her dress and then this lamppost are all in étoile 310. The arch around her is all in 500. So there's actually like a really good depth of color there, where it would be easy to chart it in all black or all 310. They didn't do that. I love the little sparkles as well. This is super duper fun to stitch. The only part that I didn't enjoy was the sidewalk, obviously, because it's just really boring stitching. And I tend to go all the way across and then all the way back in half stitches to make it easier and to keep the thread from getting messed up. And that little pumpkin was so fun to do. So this is my new start, and oh wow, yeah, that is the color. I'll turn on the light here again in a minute, but that is the color. So absolutely fantastic. And I know I can hear you yelling at me. I promise I will figure out this lighting situation. It's just that I live in a very small place and my setup is the way that it is for a reason. My desk is a door. It's an antique door that we rescued. We rescued it from a house that my brother-in-law was renovating. So I took out the door because I just saw the knob and the keyhole and everything, and I was like, I have to save this door. This door is from like 1870 or something. It's all wonky. It's not the right shape anymore, and it's so unique. that's that. So that's all the stitching that I got done this week. That's not a lot of stitching. Let's talk haul. It is almost 4 o'clock. Okay, let's talk haul. So you guys know that I purchased these skeins of the Gentle Art in Claret. Beautiful red. What is that in the floss? I don't see it. Anyway, it's this gorgeous red, right? And I knew from the moment that I saw it on the website that I wanted it for a very special stitch. I found the stitch. It is and let me bring it up here. It's called Gathering Berries by Luminous Fiber Arts. It is a chart of these pretty birds and strawberries, but I just felt compelled, and I've always wanted to do something in red that wasn't like an alphabet. So I bought the pattern to go with this, and so I also went ahead and looked in my stash last night to find the perfect fabric for it, but unfortunately I don't really have that many neutrals yet. They're all stuck in the box that my friend Jessie is sending me. So I went ahead and I made a big purchase. And I got, you'll see when it gets here, but I got 3 different Picture This Plus fabrics to test this against because it's a variegated floss. I didn't know how it was going to look. So yeah, I've got 3 different colors of fabric. I think Ale, Vintage Country Mocha, and doubloon, because they recommended doubloon or Vintage Country Mocha, and then Ale was a close warmer version, and I thought that might work with this. I'm not sure, we'll see. But anyway, I'm really excited to do that one. I'm gonna start that one, well, we'll see. We'll see when I start that, but it'll be beautiful. And I purchased 1 more skein of the floss because I wanted to go with I think I got whatever count that this store had. So the store that I went to was crossstitchingsupplies.com, I think, and I believe that they're based out of, well, somewhere in the States anyway. So you can check them out if you like, but I'll talk more about it when it gets here, yeah? Another thing that I got in the mail that I'm super excited about is Loose Feathers Summer by Blackbird Designs. So this is a book from Blackbird Designs, and I got this from artsanddesigns.com. And the reason that I purchased this is because of the bird. So this is that hashtag damn bird Sal that Michelle Bendy and a few others have been talking about on Flosstube, and I just couldn't resist. So I went and I found it. I now own it, so I can stitch it. However, I'm going to do a color conversion, so stay tuned on that journey with me, because I know that a partridge is red, but it looks kind of funky. I don't like those colors. I'm gonna make it really, really exciting. Not that it's not exciting, it's just not to my taste. And then I also, from Arts and Designs, got a whole bag of floss. So the DMC are all colors that I need for the Dark Queen of the Seas Stitch Along, which I am doing as soon as it arrives. So a little bit of backstory on this. The Sal, I think, is starting mid-September. Oh man, I'm really bad. But anyway, it's Autumn Lane Stitchery. The bag is another Bags Plus bag. I love to show it off when I put it on camera. So it holds loads of bobbins if you're a bobbin person. I have a lot of bobbins thanks to some really, really kind and wonderful people. And so, yes, I have them. So what I'm going to do is, my preferred method at the moment to store floss is in floss away bags, because I can then put them on a ring. I have rings coming because I'm out of rings, but I went ahead and I ordered those, and then I got some weeks. which you cannot see the dark one, but I got some Weeks Dye Works. This is parchment and coal, so complete opposites of each other. But they're gorgeous, beautiful. Slight variegation in the coal of like gray to black to almost like a brown, and parchment is like a slightly creamy green to cream. And they're gorgeous. Those are actually for other projects that I was trying to finish kitting up. Where did I put them actually? Anyway, I have this accordion file that I use to put in patterns that have the flosses. May or may not have the fabric, but definitely the pattern with the flosses, so that it's kitted and ready to go. I prefer to work from kits. So the thing about this is I got all of these DMC, so that's all I had to buy. I'm only missing 2 colors, and I had talked about that on my last video, and someone sent me some Happy Mail. Where did I put it? Right here. I put it in my notebook, which I was supposed to read off of. Oops. So let me just get it out of here because I don't want to show their address. It says, Rachel, just a short note. I hope you have a blessed year. Have fun dyeing your yarn. Enclosed, you will find 1 skein of 550 floss. God bless, Dana. Dana, thank you so much. I'm going to open it up. I haven't opened that part yet. Aw, and she sent me a bag and a bobbin. Look at that. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to put this with my project and keep it in that bag to remind me of you. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Okay, and was there anything else that I did stitch-wise? I don't think so. I did go on a binge last night. I wasn't supposed to. I was going to bed, but I couldn't sleep. Story of my life. And at 3 a.m., Brandy from Bestitch Me, her Friday night fight night starts at 3 a.m. my time. Needless to say, I was a little out of it, and this is where I make bad decisions with my finances. But I only got one. I only got one piece. This weekend she was having a massive sale on hibiscus fabric, which I don't have in my pretty little hands yet, but I don't think I have hibiscus. We're just hanging out, right? So you don't mind. I actually went and I made an album in my phone. Come on now. Why can't I touch you? There we go. So that's all of my fabric. So when I went to organize my fabric, I'd iron it. I ironed it, then I took a photo, then I rolled it up in tissue paper, archival tissue paper, and wrapped it with an unbleached twine string to preserve it. Then I stapled the little piece of paper, the label, I'd stapled that to the paper. So they're all archived either down here or up in here. And honestly, I don't have that much fabric. It felt like a lot at the time. So I was looking through, what was it? Oh yes, so I love Brandy's fabric, so I purchased, or I'm pleased, a piece of s'more, which is gorgeous, and I took a screenshot because sometimes I forget what I purchase on these things, and it's good to reference. So that's what it's gonna look like. It's so pretty. I know it's not focusing, but you can see the colors, right? So pretty. I don't know what I'm gonna use. Actually, it looks redder in the camera. It's a lot more tan in real life. Okay, and that is it for haul. So as you said, like I asked last week I asked, would you like to see the haul video separately? And a lot of you said you would. I think it's going to be about an hour long anyway. So whenever that box does come, which might be in a few weeks, we will have a separate haul video to the Flosstube video. It'll probably come out around the same time. I think that's fair. Maybe 6 hours difference or something like that. So anyway, okay, that's enough of that and rambling. Let's talk knitting, and then I'm going to talk dyeing. You ready? So I have to talk haul first for this to make sense. I didn't work on anything else this week except a new pattern. I cast on my Empower People cowl. It's the hashtag Empower People 2020 or hashtag Empower People. Basically, it's craftivism, which I'm sure that you're familiar with if you watched me for a while. And I really wanted to jump on board because it's something that I'm really passionate about. As someone who doesn't live in the United States, even though I'm a citizen, I still have the right to vote. So I always do mail-in ballots. Always. For the last, I've been gone 10 years now. So for the last 10 years, I've always done mail-in ballots, and there's never been a problem. And this year, without getting political, you can understand my frustration because the mail-in ballot system has always been perfectly fine. But obviously it's being scrutinized. And so to remind people that it's really important to vote and that your vote does matter and that you should vote and just take some time out of your day to do it, I started this project. And this is by Casa Pinka. I'll go ahead and put a picture up for you so that you can see what it's going to look like finished. I decided to go to 2 stores. I found one store on Etsy first called Abby Rose Designs, and she's based in the UK, I believe. Yes, she's in the UK. And I saw her listings because I just looked for purple hand-dyed yarn and then filtered it to Europe so that I wouldn't have to pay more shipping. And I wanted it to get to me fast because I really, really wanted to get this now. And I saw her thumbnails for her shop, and I really enjoy when people put that extra effort into making their shop look really, really good. And so I contacted her by message and said, could I get a custom order of a purple, a dark royal purple? And she said, yes, of course. She literally had it here in less than a week. I don't know how she did this, but she is amazing for it. So this is my skein. I have a video as well that I'd like to show you, but this is the skein of yarn that she sent me. I love the blues and the purples in it. And has anybody ever used a cake koozie? I'm thinking about making one because this is like really, I don't know, maybe I didn't hold the yarn tight enough, but it's really coming undone. And I saw a few shops had them. They're basically like, you know, like a can koozie, but for your yarn cake. So I'm thinking about making one because this one is kind of like coming apart. But yeah, gorgeous. So purple is my favorite color. This price. Here we go. Sorry, no. So this is my new start, which is probably halfway now, actually, now that I think about it. This is the right side. That's why the marker is there, and that's why it's holding the string like that. It told me, oh, my dog's hair is on it. Sorry. She's shedding season for collies. Anyway, it says on the pattern, I believe, I didn't bring the pattern in with me. It's okay, you're here with me now. Is that my friend calling me? Okay, no. She just messaged me. We're going on a date night. I'm so excited. I can't wait. My brother-in-law is an excellent chef, so. What was I doing? Yes. Sorry. Okay. Now, Empower People by Casa Pinka is a free pattern. You don't have to pay for this. And it's a beautiful little cowl. It says any purple DK weight yarn, approximately 225 yards or 206 meters, using size 4.5 millimeter or US 7 needles. I'm going to read this really quickly because, you know, I talk. This purple bandana or cowl, however you decide to wear it, was designed to increase awareness about the need to vote in elections and demand equality for all people. I hope that you will wear it with pride when voting or marching and tell your friends and family about it, as we hope to create a sea of purple. Wouldn't that be great? Some pets also like it. My cat and employee, Sharon from security, adores her bandana and loves to flaunt it in front of Jean from IT, a total butthead who always takes Sharon's parking spot. She has this thing with her animals. It's a thing. It's cute. If this is confusing, you can read more about Sharon and her nemesis in my Instagram page at Casapinka. And then if you'd like to post a photo, you can use the hashtags #EmpowerPeople or hashtag #EmpowerPeople2020. So, sizing. Let me see. It should be. Keep going until it measures the neckline edge, the curled edge, measures approximately 18, 20, 22, 24, 26 inches. That's definitely not. I think that might be close to 12. You know, when I'm looking for something, it's never there. I literally had that in front of me, and it's gone. Oh well, my measuring tape is gone. But if I had to guess, I'm about 12 inches. I think I'm going to go for a longer one, so I'm probably going to go double this length. But the idea is that this is the neckline edge. Don't fall off. This is your neckline edge. And the two sides where you start and finish, these sides, this end, they will be stitched together. And then like this will go across your head like that. If you want to wear it like a bandana. Isn't that pretty? So obviously I really like purple because it goes with my hair, but yeah. And yes, I do dye my hair, but my hair is actually this color. Slightly more brown, but I have grays, so that's why I do that. Okay. Love being an Auburn. So that's that. Casapinka, the Empower People, bandana, shawl, cowl rather, and it's beautiful. Now I have another purple skein hank of yarn coming to me from Curio Yarns, and my plan is to finish this one, and I'm going to make one in the Curio Yarns as well, and then I'm going to give one away. The winner can choose which one they want. So we'll see how long that takes. I definitely want to have it done in time so that if it's an American viewer that is going that wins it, they will have it for election day or voting day, whatever. And remember that you can vote ahead of time. You don't have to wait. You can vote in advance. It's perfectly within your rights. Oh, and the needles. Did I talk about these needles yet? These needles are the Knit Picks 4 Square Majestic. Can you see how they're square? And they're short. These are the short interchangeable needles from Knit Picks. I love them. I'm making it work. I don't know, sometimes it feels a little finicky, but I'm getting used to it and I really like them. Save space. Okay, that is that for my knit whip. So let's talk yarn dyeing, shall we? Where do I start? Okay, I'm gonna have to reference, we're at 41 minutes, it's fine. I'm gonna have to reference some photos and things from a group chat because otherwise I might get confused. It doesn't really matter the timing of this, but it does matter. What matters is how I learned from it. Okay, let's start with the purples. So I'm looking at the photo and I'm gonna put it on the screen for you. I took one hank of yarn and I separated it into different size hanks, mini hanks for mini skeins, and cakes to try different methods of dyeing. But in the end, I got really impatient. This is why I'm not going to have a yarn business. I got really impatient and I just threw them all into a pot. I threw them down into different ways, either wrapped or unwrapped, and twisted or loose is what I wrote on the tags, or just straight up in the ball. And so I left them in and I left them to cool in the pot. Now this is acid dye and I'm having some serious issues clearly because it's not dyeing, it's not taking all the dye. Now I used way more citric acid than anybody ever asked. So someone in the comments last week told me to use more citric acid. I'm using a lot of citric acid. Like I'm using a cup of citric acid and it still wasn't enough. Or you'll see the theory here in a minute. So I'm going to show you the yarns now. So here are the mini skeins. That one was okay. So the loose and the twisted did not come out different. The purple does not like, or the light and the purple don't work well together. So they don't have any variegation at all, unfortunately. And yeah, my twisting job is terrible, but it's just for me, just to try that out. And the cake came out variegated, beautiful. I wasn't expecting that, so that's a nice surprise. Okay, and then the full skein is beautiful, and I hope you can see. Can you see there's a variance in dye here? So what happened was, they call that breaking. So purple is made of blue and red. And so you can see there's a bit of pinky purple and then this light lavender color. So it broke, which looks really pretty, but yeah. That was my leftover skein. No. That was a plain bare yarn. There was nothing on those at all. Okay, so I'm gonna put them over here, and then I'll tell you the story about this one. So then I decided that I would try green. The water was completely green, but this came out mint. Not even mint. It barely looks like it changed from the kind of bare color. I'm trying to see if you can see it next to my hair. It's just a very, very light green. I'm not happy with it. I will re-dye it. And then, this is the fun part. Okay, so Heike, this is all in the group chat, and eventually Heike said to me, why don't you try the Kool-Aid? So if you remember, I do Knit Crate, like I have a lot of Knit Crate, and there was a mix-up and they sent me berry yarn, which is great that they did because I got 3 crates of berry yarn from Knit Crate and I was able to use those to experiment with. But I didn't want to use the Kool-Aid because I kept saying, I'd rather drink it, I'd rather drink it. The thing about Kool-Aid is that it already has citric acid in it, so it has that activator in it. Plus, it's, it's food safe, it's non-toxic. If you eat it, you're not going to die. Or breathe it in, you're not going to die. So it was just a fun day. So I went ahead and I put in red. No. I started with purple, excuse me. I started with purple and I did the dip dye technique that was demonstrated by ChemKnit's tutorials for the Knit Crate. So I did exactly what she said. I watched that video like 10 times. and I played it while I was, like, right before I would do something and during the moment that I was doing it. So I really felt confident that I was following the directions properly. And so I did one side purple, and here's the photo of what it looks like. So it's got this beautiful gradient from dark purple to light purple. And the other Kool-Aid color that I got was cherry red. And they're in the same color family. They're adjacent, I believe, on the color wheel. So it makes sense that they go together. But I was really nervous. So I mixed up the cherry. Back up. I used one packet of the purple, dip dyed it, and then realized that I wanted the color darker. So I did an additional dip dye with a second pouch of purple Kool-Aid. Does that make sense? So I deepened the color. There was plenty of room in the yarn to adhere that color to the yarn. Mind you, I had not treated the yarn. I had only soaked it in regular tap water. So it was all the citric acid that was in the packet from the Kool-Aid that did the magic. So move ahead. I cooled it down. I did the same thing with cherry, except I moved the yarn a little bit so that I would get a light end and a dark end on my skein. So basically this is going to be a striping yarn, and it's going to look amazing once I get a swatch or something. Y'all, why did I doubt it? Like, why did I doubt it? I should know better. I try to live by that principle of try everything once, because you'll never know otherwise. And you think you know, but you're going to eat your words. You ready to see it? Yeah, you're ready to see it. Okay. This is the yarn. This is... It's not focusing. There we go. Look at this. So I left this part bare because I wanted it to be really, really light and then really, really dark, which you can see here. Those are the polar opposites. And you can see how it blends so well with the purple. It made like a burgundy 154. We've got some like darkish reds in there. Oh my gosh, it's just so nice. And these purples here are a pinkish tone. Turn the light off. Ooh, that's even better. So yeah. I feel like I should do my Flosstube in the dark. It's beautiful. I'm really impressed. I am so impressed. So stupidly impressed. So basically what happened was that I was so stumped. And obviously my friends were also stumped, and they said, well, the dyes that you got from Amazon, they must be defunct because it just doesn't make any sense. So for the viewers out there who do dye yarn, can you explain? Because I was using way more citric acid, and I was told that you can never have too much citric acid. But anyway, what I ended up doing was I went on Amazon and I purchased a pH meter so that I can gauge whether or not my water is too acidic. Maybe that's the problem. Or I just got bad yarn, or bad dye, sorry. So, super impressed with this. This is amazing. I'm thinking about using it to make socks someday. So because I was so impressed with that, I decided to, while there was still citric acid in the water, I decided to go ahead and try some other non-toxic dye. And I reached into my cabinet and I got out my really old Wilton food coloring dyes for cakes and icing, because I used to have a cake making business. Yeah, that didn't last very long, but mainly because I didn't have my own working kitchen. It was my home kitchen, and that's never a good thing. So I got out Christmas Red, which I believe is 606, and I believe, anyway, it's a really bright red color, and I mixed it in, and I decided to dip one of these purple skeins into the red, like I'd done with the Kool-Aid, and just dip dye it in, right? So this is what I got. It's a light lavender and a beautiful bright red. Go ahead and do what I've been doing and turn off the light. That's much better. Isn't that pretty? So we have another, like, this is like maybe a 20-gram skein, and it's just incredible what you can get. So that is my acid dye with a pure, like, it's a 1% stock solution of purple, just purple, nothing else. But this is just citric acid and Wilton food coloring, and it's so much brighter, so much denser, where this should be much, much deeper. This should be 550. So there's that. Then I don't know if this can show up, so I'm going to start with light on. I had a little bit more dye in the pot, so I decided to soak it up with some of the green that I had left over that I tried to dye dark green, or Kelly green, I think you call it. And this is what I came up with. So I'm just going to hold them next to each other, so hopefully you can see the remainders of this color in this one. But this, it's just soaking up the rest of that food dye. Get back over there. Just soaking up the remainder of the food dye that was in the pot for the Christmas red. I got this beautiful, beautiful baby blush pink. Just gorgeous. And I can't help but think of, like, Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen. Like, this is just, it's so pretty. So those are my adventures in dyeing this week. I've had, and doesn't that look great together? I've had an incredible week of yarn dyeing and learning what works and what doesn't work for me. And at the moment, the natural food dye, or, you know, the non-toxic food dye, is actually working a little bit better than I expected. So how about that? Just turn on the moon. Hi, moon. So guys, that is everything, isn't it? Oh, and sorry, I forgot to mention Happy Mail from Martine. This stand that I opened in Thursday's video is actually from Martine. Thank you so much, Martine. I really appreciate it. I need to put it together maybe this weekend. It's a floor stand. Thank you so much. This comes from Frank A. Edmonds Company. So I don't know where to purchase that, but I am so blessed to have you in my life. Thank you so much. She comments on every video, and I just know that, like, it was sent with love, and I do appreciate that. I did not receive the email that you sent me, but so it was a huge surprise to me, but I really appreciate you. And I appreciate everyone that watches my videos. I know that there's a lot of you, and there's a lot of new people here, so thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed already to my channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when I do post new videos. But before I let you go, don't forget to like the video as well, if you liked it. If you don't like it, it's fine. I mean, you know, that's fine. We all have different tastes. But at the end of my floss tubes, I like to read from my book, Second Sight by Patty Bush. She is a local poet here in Cary, and you can purchase this from Amazon. I have a link down below in the description. Last time we read Aranon Speaks, and this week we're going to read Dawn Speaks, D-O-N-N. I am the darkness of my own name, the far side of the moon, the final end of brightness, the narrowing cul-de-sac. It is I who chokes off the last breath. Envy of my brother, they said, brought bad luck to both of us. Yet an inordinate bloodthirst meant no part of Ireland was for me. Bullshit. Hatred towards all living beings and a thirst for the feasting of worms is my right of kingship. And look, the whole of Ireland travels towards my house. Dawn of the Dunes, Dawn's house. The name of the island is not liked. I am known as a bull. The cow and calf are close. Let them graze a while. Fishermen don't approach me, for fear they be swallowed whole in the maelstrom around me. But I have trammels of patience and cords that will not break. There's a lighthouse on the island, and a horn that trumpets fog. But I swallow the dregs of all light, and I flow like a mist through the nostrils of the dead. You have heard my horses in the dead of the night. Come with me soon to ride on the dunes. Well, it's very spooky, isn't it? So, if you enjoyed listening to this poem or any of the other poems from my Flosstubes, please check out his book down below. He has quite a few books, actually. And if you ever get a chance to come down to Kerry and listen to a poetry night, you're more than welcome once all of this is over. And yeah, just let me know if you're in the area and we'll go together. Second Sight by Patty Bush. Okay, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all really soon in my next video. So take care, everyone. Bye!